My name is Keegan McDonald, and let's take a look at Chicago's history. It's the year 1893. Chicago has opened the first World's Fair. It's one of the biggest world events that has ever occurred. Two-thirds of Americans are attending the fair looking to help Chicago's economy. Many cultures are looking to attend this event, hoping there will be a big turnout. African Americans are one of the largest cultures that are attending the fair, but there is controversy about their attendance. 30 years before the Civil War came to an end and slavery was abolished, here we are with Sincere Sanders, who attended the fair. Let's hear what he has to say.
It was August 25th, 1893. Family and I attended the fair. We got in free because it was Negro Day. There was only one attraction for African Americans. It was the Haitian Building. Frederick Douglass was there, and he gave a speech that attracted 2,500 fairgoers. He talked about the position of the black man and woman, and that they should be measured by the depths we came up since slavery, the progression we gained, and that we should not be measured by the civilization of the Caucasian man and woman. Hearing the speech gave me and my people the courage and power, so we rebutted, and we started an uprising against the fair for not giving the African American culture more recognition, and our cultures were more recognized than others.
Ida B. Wells and Frederick Douglass were major black leaders who recognized that African Americans were treated poorly during the 1800s. Ida B. Wells wrote about the murders of African Americans that were killed by mobs in the 1880s to 1891. Ida B. Wells wrote about how there were newspapers and telegraphs that were telling the mobs to kill and harass the African Americans. Ida B. Wells helped pass the lynch laws to help to stop the lynching of African Americans.
During the fair, we were stared at nonstop by almost all the other fairgoers. When we were at the fair, they portrayed us as uncivilized animals. They weren't giving us enough credit for the progression we did since the end of the Civil War. Seeing my other brothers and sisters working these pointless jobs, which is basically slavery, but they were getting paid.
Most of the servicemen that are working at the Chicago World's Fair are African American. The Americans want African Americans to have non-meaningful jobs. They let them have jobs like low-level workers, performers, paying guests, and many other meaningless jobs, as long as the Americans kept them from getting meaningful positions of influence and authority.
African Americans were still not treated very well even after the uprising at the Chicago World's Fair. And in 1908, there was a very deadly riot in Springfield, Illinois. Harsh racism and segregation towards African Americans at the Chicago World's Fair. Many well-known African Americans like Ida B. Wells and W.E.B. Du Bois founded the NAACP in 1909. The NAACP was the first major step in providing equality for colored people like African Americans.
This is Keegan McDonald reporting live from Chicago's World's Fair.